Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Kurt. I just want to come to you real quick to talk about the announcement that Biden made regarding gun control. He is now calling upon Congress to take action on gun control, high capacity magazines, quote unquote assault rifles, and background checks on every gun purchase. Okay, this bill cannot be allowed, or furthermore, any bill that tries to take away our civil rights as United States citizens, we just cannot let this happen. So if you are a part of Gun Owners of America, or any kind of organization that fights for us to keep our gun rights, or takes this to the Supreme Court to fight for our gun rights, it is not right what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to bring up a mass shooting that happened 3 years ago. 3 years ago, yesterday or the day before, I think it was. There was a mass shooting, and they're trying to bring up that one mass shooting as a reason to take away our rights as United States citizens. And that's what they're trying to do. Technically, they're not supposed to put it in stimulus package bill because they are using the recon method to pass the stimulus bill if it only gets 50 votes or 51 votes. That's the method that they're using right now to try to get it to pass. Technically, they can't shove in gun control laws inside that bill because it has nothing to do with the budget. Not that they're not going to try, but technically that would be a legal move from them, but they've done worse before. Gun control, I'm totally against it. We have our civil liberties, we have our civil rights under the Constitution, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. And this is just the first step of them trying to take it away from us. If we give in now, if we give in on, say, high capacity magazines, we're only allowed to have 10 rounds in a magazine at that point. Okay, high capacity magazines, 30 round mags, aren't meant, they weren't designed because of mass shootings or something like that. They were designed because if we're out in the range, the last thing I want to do is try and reload a magazine. I don't want to do that. I want to keep shooting. Okay, so what better way to do that than have a 30 round magazine? You keep shooting with a 30 round magazine. You have fun. I'd rather spend the extra 10 minutes than it would take me to reload a magazine, or 5 minutes, whatever. I'd rather take that to that extra time and actually shoot than reload magazines. That's why they were designed. They weren't designed for a purpose of shooting other people or anything like that. They were designed in the simple aspect of, okay, well, maybe you won't have to reload that much if he goes to the range. Okay, so another thing, I've got a couple of 21 round magazines for my SIG. Technically, you won't be allowed to have those either. And they're trying to do universal background checks and assault weapon bans. First of all, let me tell everyone in the community, assault is an action. It is not a firearm. Assault is an action, not a firearm. So how can you call an AR-15 an assault rifle? AR does not mean assault rifle. So, that being said, assault rifle ban, as well as, high capacity magazine ban, universal background checks. I'm hoping the HR bill 127 doesn't get presented in front of the House. That's gonna definitely strip us of our rights, because that means that HR 127 means that everyone has to get a license to have a gun. Well, that means that the Second Amendment isn't a right anymore, it's a privilege. Well, that, HR 127 would take away it as a right and make it a privilege at that point, because you'd have to have a license to possess a gun or ammunition. You couldn't even buy ammunition or have ammunition if you don't have a license with HR 127. So, that being said, please contact your congressmen or women and tell them that you are against them imposing on our Second Amendment rights, or them, they might stick it into this $1,400 check that everyone wants, as a bill. Don't sell out our Constitution. I mean, that's all it would be. It would be a sellout. You're basically selling your Constitution for $1,400. I mean, don't do it. Call them, tell them that you're against, any gun control bills. Call your governor and tell him to design a bill like, Texas did, basically saying that any bill introduced after January 1st, 2021 would not be recognized by that state, about gun control. That'd be the best way to go. There's sanctuary states right now. There's a bunch of them that, came up and introduced their own bills for their states, to where they can't impose on, their people's rights. But anyways, leave a message in the comment section. I don't get on too often, but when I do, I'm pretty fired up about something. So just leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. There's not very many people talking about what Joe Biden said, So just leave a comment, and also share and like my video if you want to. I would appreciate it. It helps with the YouTube algorithm to help get the word out about the imposing gun control on us. Another thing Joe Biden did was he said he's talking about doing a executive order regarding holding the gun manufacturers, responsible for the gun violence that you do with their guns. Okay, so that's like saying, okay, well, I decided to get in my vehicle and drink and drive. Okay, well, you can sue Bush, or you can sue Bud Light, or you can sue the car manufacturer for the car that you're driving because you slid into somebody else. Same scenario. You cannot sue a company for selling a gun to somebody and legally purchasing it with a background check and going out and shooting somebody. You cannot sue somebody for that. You can't sue the manufacturer of the firearm. That's like suing a knife manufacturer because I stabbed myself. Okay? You can't happen. It can't happen. And furthermore, Joe Biden legally cannot sign an executive order saying that, oh, hey, we're going to sign this executive order regarding repealing the repealing the fact that where you can't sue a manufacturer like that. He cannot sign an executive order for that. It would be an illegal executive order. He can't do it. It's a bill. It's a law that you can't sue him. So you can't just sign an executive order and make that a policy change when it's a law that's written in. You can't do that. If it's a law, it's a law. You have to go through Congress to change the law. You can't sign an executive order and oversee Congress. Well, that's what Joe Biden's trying to do. Just want to let everyone know. Alrighty, like I said, like my video, subscribe. Everyone have a good day. Thank you.